Hey guys, Jordan Scar here, and today I am with Neriyahu. It's been a hot minute since we've ever chatted, and for those of you that don't know, Neriyahu has been in past UHCs, and that's kind of the only way I know him. But he's a super cool guy, and so Neriyahu, tell the people how we met.
Well, how it all got started. Before we actually got started, what was going on, Scar, is that I was looking to join a UHC like 2 weeks before you actually messaged me on YouTube. I was praying to God and I was like, Lord, I want to join a UHC. And then all of a sudden you just randomly messaged me on YouTube talking about, hey, come and join this UHC. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my moment. This is my time. And, I had choir rehearsal on that time. So it was like, okay, I'm going to do either UHC, choir rehearsal. But thankfully, choir rehearsal got canceled so I can actually do that. And, you messaged me and I was like, you know what? I don't know this guy. I don't know anything that's going on, but I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see. This is my opportunity. This is my chance. And we ended up having a really, really fun game.
Nice. So what was your first season the one with me and Rai Rai?
That was my first season of ever playing UHC.
Oh my gosh. That was your first season and you got 7 kills.
Dude, it was insane. It was like
incredible.
First wins.
The most you got, okay. You come in, no one knows you. Everyone's like, it's a new guy. He's probably not going to be very good. You just come in, you're like, I'm a flex on you fools. I'm going to get 7 kills, my first win ever. And then, oh my goodness, that was insane. Although, I am a little salty because I watched the footage back and you kind of hardcore stole like 1 or 2 of my kills and I was really sad. But dude, that's like, you're like a legend now because everyone's like, oh my gosh, Neri, you got 7 kills. That's insane.
Right. Well, I rewatched it. Like I went back every now and then I would go back and watch season 8 and I did see where like in the water fight to where you got like you was shooting them plenty of times and then I come up and clean up with Cad, things of that nature. How exactly I executed, with 7 kills and the way that I played was because, you found me from Hunger Games. So I love Hunger Games. I love the whole Battle Royale type system of how you had to go out and survive and, fight off players who may have better armor than you and things of that nature. So I brought that experience of that survival mindset of, okay, I got to watch out. I got to always press F3, look to see who's behind me and, always be quiet in here and things of that nature, So that's how the transition was quite easy, even though I had to pick up on a lot of other things as far as health. Health doesn't, add back up after you eat. Health is deteriorating, things of that nature, USC concept. So, yeah, things of that nature. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a super fun. That might have been one of my favorite seasons. That and the Mumble season were my 2 favorites, I think. Because the Mumble season, I just couldn't. It was so fun. And it made me really sad that you... Oh yeah, so tell everyone the story of how you died in that season and what went down after that.
Was it that? Okay, so... I think I do. Okay, so...
I sure hope you remember because everyone remembers what happened after you died and the stories you told us. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
By the way, your face is completely frozen on my end, so I'm just looking at a scar staring down. But anyways, what took place is I died some kind of way, and I was screaming. That's when I was back at my college dorm. No, that didn't happen. Did that happen season 9? I think so. I'm not sure if that was season 8 or season 9. Okay, so that was
the Mumble season because you were running from Cade. And you started, okay. You weren't running from just Cade. You were running from like 7 people, and everyone was like, because you were teamed with who was it? You were teamed with BH, right?
Yeah, okay, I remember.
And then BH is like, nope, and he just dips, and then you're just like, no, don't kill me.
Okay, yeah, now I remember. Yeah, man, the whole group just teamed up on me. I'm out there begging them for mercy, like, hey guys, let me be a part of the group, from the previous season. I thought, hey, Neriyahu is not a liability, he's an asset, man, so he can help us win. And I don't even think I ended up winning, man. So that was the kind of ridiculous part on their end. But yeah, apparently I was screaming really loud, and the police officers came to my door because obviously someone who was living around or next, they called the police thinking that, when I was like, help, someone help me, thinking I was calling for or yelling for a call of distress. And so my roommate afterwards, after everything took place, my roommate told me, he was like, yeah, Ronnie, I took up for you, because the police officers, they came and they were asking what was going on. And, I made him, let him know that everything is okay. He's perfectly fine and things of that nature. And I was like, wow, I did not know I was screaming so loud to where people called the police officers thinking that I was calling, or yelling for a signal of distress. So
oh my goodness,
that was a funny season, man. A funny season.
Can't imagine that. How stressed were you when that happened? Were you just like,
I mean, I wasn't stressed as far as the police officers, because my roommate, he's like my best friend. He took care of it.
Oh, gotcha.
So yeah, he de-escalated the situation. Then afterwards, he was like, this and that, this and that. Because I heard somebody knocking on the door, but of course, I was too in tune with exactly what was going on. I'm trying to win, win another season. I'm coming off my high horse off of season 8. Like, we just got you your first win, and things of that nature. Like, yo, man, I gotta go, 2-0, maybe a 2-peat or 3-peat, and make some things happen. But my roommate, he de-escalated the situation, so I wasn't nervous at all, and it was more so of a funny situation.
Nice.
So.
I can imagine the police officer just come in and be like, "Are you okay in here?" It's like, "Oh yeah, my friend's just playing video games." It's like, "Oh, what's he playing?" "Oh, he's playing Minecraft."
And you know what? That's how the situation went, because the police officer was asking if he's okay, and my roommate was saying something similar to that. I don't know if he said video games or not. I had to ask him, but yeah, that's like probably 85% of how the conversation went with him. So
dang,
yeah, that was
nice.
So yeah.
Man,
so,
the police officers had to come to my dorm over the summer where I was staying, because we had we had 2 bathrooms. It was kind of like a suite area, so we had 4 individual rooms and then 2 bathrooms that we shared, and then a common space with like a little living room area. So I came back from work that day, went into my dorm, went to use the bathroom and stuff, and I noticed the light was off. It's like, okay. So I flipped the switch and it wasn't working. It's like, okay, that's weird. So then my roommate comes back and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was like, "The light's not working in here." He's like, "Oh, that's weird." So then he flips it on and it like starts smoking almost. But it's just because that's how the light bulbs are made. Like, when they break, they just the stuff inside of them oozes out, so it's not a big deal. But so we went down to the front desk and we're like, "Hey, this is what happened. Our light bulb in our bathroom, it's one of those like ring lights that just kind of strips, that goes across the front of the, like above your sink or something."
Right.
And they were like, "Wait, it started smoking?" We're like, "Yeah, but it's a light bulb. It's not gonna explode." He's like, "We gotta call the police." We're like, "No, you don't. You have to call the police to tell the maintenance guy to come and fix our light bulb." Like, "No, we gotta call the police." So they call. They're like, "Yeah, we gotta evacuate the building too, but we'll wait till the police get here. Tell us if we need to or not." We're like, "It's a light bulb. You don't need to evacuate the building for a light bulb." So the police officer comes. The fire department comes. The fireman's like, "Have you evacuated the building yet?" And they're like, "No." They're like, "Good, because that'd be dumb." So the fire department, we lead them up to our room, and they look around. They're like, "Yeah, this is a college dorm, all right." So like, where's the smoke? Or like, there was never smoke, but it's in the bathroom right there. It's the light. And by that time, the maintenance guy was in our room. Just like, he's like, "Why the crap are there so many? Why are the police here? Why is the fire department here? It's a light bulb. What are you doing?" So they're just like, yeah, it was just a light bulb. It's false alarm. Continue with your day, fellow citizen. I was like,
Wow.
what?
So how many people were like from the different departments were in there? You had the maintenance guy.
There was the
You had
maintenance
the
guy, two firemen, me and my
Mhm.
roommate, and a police officer. So
Oh wow, you should have.
that was a lot of people crammed into a very small area.
Right. You could have gotten them like, yo, man, y'all want to play some Minecraft?
Dude, I got my Xbox. You want to play some Halo? They're like, oh
Man,
yeah,
I don't know
dude.
why y'all here, man. Yeah, go viral.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, dude, that would have been amazing.
But yeah, that was
Wow.
an experience. Cause like we didn't know what to do. We
Wow.
were just like, all right, the police are in our house. Better hide the weed.
By the way, all I'm seeing is a circle on my end. So, you
Oh
know,
really?
if I'm looking off, if I'm looking off, that means I mean, I don't even see a picture anymore.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
yeah, I have to make out exactly what's going on. So, yep, I'm just staring at a black screen right now. But
Oof.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I think my internet connection is fine. I think yours is the one that's a little funky.
yeah, I'm on my phone actually.
Oh,
I was
gotcha.
like, I was like, you know what? I didn't know we even had this feature. I can try it out, but yeah, this will be the last time I'll do this on my
Gotcha.
phone. So,
All right. Well, what else should we talk about, Neriyahu?
well, I mean,
You have any
hey man, we
you have any
broke the
pressing
curse.
conversation starters?
Yeah, man, I want to know how you felt, man, after that win, because
Oh, after the
apparently
win,
you
season
played.
8?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was so hyped. I don't know if I don't think I recorded my perspective, but I think other people recorded what happened with me because I was in the spectator call with all the dead players, and I was freaking the crap out because I was like, because it was just you, right? Ryan
Right.
died, and it was just you.
Yeah.
Who were you fighting? Who was it?
Jab.
Jab. Okay. So I was like, I was screaming. I was like, "Oh my gosh, he can win!" Because I'd been in 8 seasons. I'd been since the very beginning, and I'd never gotten a win. I'd come so close so many times that I'd never officially gotten a win. And I was
Right.
like, I was screaming, I was yelling, I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's gonna do it!" He's like, I was like yelling at you. I'm like, "Right, he's right there. Watch the lava or something," because you came so close to making just a
Yeah.
huge mistake. You almost like caught yourself on fire, right? Is that what it was?
No, I was nowhere near lava.
Okay, well I think I feel like I remember like Jab had a lava bucket or something, and he was trying to get you in lava, but he kept missing. I think it was something
Now,
like that.
now I was looking at Jab's video. He
Mhm.
didn't have a lava bucket. He had a flint and steel.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, of course, Jab, a lot of thoughts was running through his mind. He was trying to escape, and I noticed too, like Jab stood there and waited for me. As I was watching this video, I was like, "Wow, Jab is standing there waiting for me." From his perspective, I was like, I would have been booking it. You would have caught me there. You would not have caught me there at all. But yeah, man, that was
That was so hyped. And then when you won, I was
yeah,
like,
man.
yes! I was freaking out. Oh my goodness. That was such a fun season. Because it was a teams
Yeah.
of 5, right? And our first 2 players died really early.
I don't know if it was a team of 5.
I
but,
think
you
it was
know,
a team
we
of
had a lot
5.
of guys.
So I think it was
Oh,
me,
boy.
you, Ryan, and wasn't it Fwitz?
Fwitz and
Who was our 5th person?
Jonah.
Jonah, yeah, it was Jonah. And Fwitz and Jonah died in like the first episode.
Right.
And we were
Yep.
just like, because that had happened to me in the previous times, like, because like we randomized teams before, and I always get stuck, or not always, but in the past I've gotten stuck with bad players, and I'm just like, everyone's gonna die. So then that season I was like, all right, it's over. Already lost 2 players. Thanks for playing, guys. It's been fun. Let's just try and take down as many people as we can with us. And then we pull out the win. I was like, what? It was
Wait, so you
insane.
lost hope?
Well, I didn't know it. I'd never met you guys before. I didn't know how we were gonna play.
Right.
But in the past, when I'd play with new players and they die in the beginning, I'm like, okay, it's it. Can't do it. But that season
Right.
was awesome.
Yeah,
And then I
man.
remember there was like a we were gonna have a formal season 12, I think, but not enough
Mhm.
people showed up, so there were only like 10 of us. So we decided
Mhm.
to randomize teams of 2 because we were all there, but we weren't gonna make it like an official UHC. We're just gonna play around for fun. And I remember I got
Right.
a flame enchantment book. It was me
Yeah.
and Cad, and
Mhm.
I got a flame enchantment book. And for some
Mhm.
reason, when you shoot someone with a flame bow and they're blocking with their shield, the fire goes through the shield. So they
Mhm.
get caught on fire even if you shoot them when they're blocking with their
Right.
shield. And we just destroyed. It wasn't even a competition that season. It was so much fun. I'm
That's
so excited to
awesome,
play
man.
this new season. And we're going to be live streaming it too, which is going to be really fun. So I'm
Yeah, so
excited.
I
I'm
will
excited to
be.
try that out.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to catch up, or catch in on, whoever's live streaming during that
Hmm.
time if I have great service. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching to see how you guys do, man, and
Cool.
hopefully
So,
you pull off another win.
oh,
So.
I hope so. It's going to be the people live streaming, I'm pretty sure, are me, Jam,
Mhm. Mhm.
BH, I think
Mhm.
Star,
Mhm.
maybe Cad, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right.
Um, and there were some other people that were talking about it, but I don't remember who they were. So we
Right.
should have a
Yeah, I
fairly
need to
large amount of people live stream, which would be pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm hyped. I'm excited, man, to see. Are there any special rules
So
besides?
we're not doing since we like switched owners pretty much since not instead of Cade, it's Alex helping
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Alex and I were just like, you know what? Let's just get it back up and running, and we'll do a super simple, easy UHC, no special things.
Mhm.
I feel like there's one thing that we're doing that's different, but I don't
Mhm.
think so. Well, we're doing it at 1.13.2. We've never done one that on that season on that version yet. And they add
Mhm.
phantoms and a bunch of like a huge water update. So if you get in the water, there's a solid chance that you could die because of all the new water mobs. Um, so
Okay.
that'll be a piece to it. And then I think actually gonna disable phantoms because they're just so awful to deal with,
OP. Yeah.
and it just wouldn't be any fun. But I think it's just gonna be those. But I am really excited for for this next season. There have been so many fantastic ideas that we've been bouncing around each other, and I don't know how we're gonna make a decision. I'm not gonna talk about any of them on camera, but next season is gonna be pretty ridiculous. So hopefully
Okay.
you can make it for that. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully. Well, I know that we had talked previously about this, but is it okay to let the audience know what project or what I got going
Sure.
on the night? Okay. Well, hello everybody who's watching. I enjoyed the series. I enjoyed the podcast. By the way, you should monetize it as far as outside of YouTube and actually go to like a podcast type of website. I think like Blog Talk. That's one of them. I don't know if you actually do that, Score.
Okay. I might check into that.
Yeah, but to those who are watching, I have something that I am. Let's see. Let's just say a business that is going public on March the 9th. So, if you guys are following, be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
So quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question, Scar. Outside of school, what books are you currently reading right now?
What books am I reading? Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I don't read books. I am not that type of guy. Rachel, my
Okay.
girlfriend, she'll read all the time. She'll read whatever she can get her hands on, but I do not read books in general. Like
Huh.
if I like in back in high school and middle school and stuff, if I was assigned a book to read, like To
Mm-hmm.
Kill a Mockingbird or The Great Gatsby,
Right.
I would read it and I would
Right.
really enjoy it, but it's just
Mm-hmm.
hard for me to get into a book. So if I have like
Right.
a reason to read it, then I'll
Mm-hmm.
read it and I'll enjoy it because I need to read it. But
Right.
other than that, I don't know. I don't just pick up a book and read. What about you?
Mm. Yeah, I've been reading a couple of books. That's if you do decide to start a business one day, all the wealth, all the secrets to success, all the information based off of millionaires and billionaires' ideas and concepts are found in books. So that's why I'm asking because, I'm pretty sure you heard the saying before. I can't think of it at the moment, but people are pouring their hearts, their wisdom, they're giving it all that they have in these books, and nobody's picking them up. But lately, I've been studying billionaires and millionaires, and I'm seeing that, like, for instance, Warren Buffett, he reads 80% of his day, and he reads over about 1,600 pages a day.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's like he's like maybe the third wealthiest guy in this world of a net worth of about Jeff Bezos. His net worth is over 100 million. Bill Gates is probably like in the 80s, 90s, and Warren Buffett is third right behind, if I'm not mistaken. But if he's doing that and he's getting the amount of success that he has now, why shouldn't I?
Right. Yeah.
So, but the current book that I'm reading is How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Cool.
And yeah, that's the current book that I'm reading. I read 2 so far. My goal is to read at least, I want to read at least 9 books this year. 9.
Nice.
If I can go for 10, then I'll go for 10. So
that's awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen, like, I'll read these book titles or I'll read an article about a book or something. I'm like, wow, that sounds really cool. Or my grandfather,
Right.
he reads all the time. He'll tell me about this World War II or Civil War book that talks about how the slaves lived during these times, or about how Abraham Lincoln lived, and he'll just read these books and tell me about them. I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. And I just never pick them up. I never do it. I don't know why. I just haven't done it. Maybe when I graduate college and get a little bit more time on my hands, I'll get into that. But
yeah,
college is something.
I was actually thinking that about myself as well. It was like, they had the library there, but nobody picks up books. And I sure didn't pick up a book when I was going to college. So I was thinking, what's the purpose of them even having books here at the library? So you might when you get out of college, you definitely have more free time. I know you're like, man, I can't wait. So yeah, definitely that'll be an option. So.
Yeah. So you just graduated, right?
Yes, I graduated December the 9th of 2017.
Okay, so you've been out of it for a few years.
Yeah. Going on, well, it's been a year and about two or 3 months. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
So what was your degree in?
Marketing.
Marketing. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And the funny thing about that, Scar, is that I learned more on YouTube than what I did going to college.
Really?
So yeah, so it was like, what was the purpose of me even going to college if I learned how to market on YouTube and through social media? So for those that are watching, if I had an opportunity to share this with you, I would say college is not worth it. From the simple fact, you can go out and learn this stuff without actually accumulating the student debt. Because I have like $40,000 in student loans right now.
Dang.
And they didn't even teach me anything. That's the funny thing about it. I went to college like, man, I'm finna be the world's greatest marketer. It's gonna help my YouTube channel. And, I'm gonna be making PewDiePie money, things of that nature. But college did nothing. College just informed you without actually, having you to apply that information, which is wisdom, and college doesn't prepare you for the real world neither. So I'm just thinking to myself, they're like, I don't know, man. I just feel some kind of way after I graduated college, because they like, I saw the true colors. Like, okay, they sending me credit cards and all this, and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you have $50,000 in student loans, and your next bill is doing this time. I'm like, what? I thought that was paid for. What? Y'all tricked me. Y'all just showed me the shining lights and the food at the cafeteria. All you can eat. You can eat it whenever. You can put food under your bed. You go get to go boxes. You can go get all of that. Dude, I was living the dream. I was like, man, this is the life. But after graduation, it's like, man, that's a whole nother story. Colleges, it's funny. It's quite funny. But yeah, I would definitely recommend for people, what I would recommend if I had somebody to share this with me would be to start your own business, because that's the move for today's time. College just prepare you for working for someone else and not to be the owner. Because you got to think about it. Somebody went out of their way and started this college, and they don't have to work another day. Jeff Bezos, that man is worth over $100 billion. He's not out delivering books or things of that nature. Mark Zuckerberg, he didn't even graduate. He dropped out of Harvard about 2 years in, created Facebook, then years later went back and got his degree. Oh, I got a text message up here. And so if I would definitely recommend for whatever you're passionate about to start your own business, because that's gonna be the move. That's the move for today's time for the millennials who don't even like working for other people. I would definitely recommend start your own business. Yeah, I got ashy lips, but I would definitely recommend starting your own business, because that is the move for today's time. So,
yeah, I think that if you wanted to get into marketing and things like that, then sometimes like you just can't learn it through college. You'd be better doing an entrepreneurship almost under someone else and just learning from them. But with things like in the STEM field, like science and engineering, like you kind of have to go to college for that.
Right. Some engineering and nursing, that's required for you to go to college. So if you take those, because I started off in engineering, so those two, there's some things that are required for you to go to college. Yeah. So engineering, dealing with science, you have to go, because that's the way for you to actually,
But some things
outside that.
Yeah, but some things like an art degree. Like
art degree, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you do learn like different techniques, I guess, or maybe a different way of thinking about art. But if you're getting an art degree, you've got to be naturally gifted in your study of art to be able to learn. And like you can't teach creativity, so I don't know.
Right.
That's interesting. It's just an interesting concept of those degrees in general.
Right. Yeah, my roommate, it's funny you brought up art. My roommate was an art major.
Okay.
And, we were talking with him about starting a business, and he's actually getting in the process of doing that. He's a very great artist. I was actually trying to get him in the UHC with us a couple of times, but, he's not. I'm the only PvP guy out of all my friends that play Minecraft. They like to do other stuff. I'm just the PvP guy. So, yeah. But yeah, definitely with for art degree. So
yeah.
So yeah,
college is something. You've got a lot of opportunities. You just gotta take them. Because like right. I just finished an internship the first 3 days of spring break, and what we did is a group of 5 of us went to a local high school. And we just observed, because since I want to be a teacher, I need exposure, because I was homeschooled all the way through high school. So I went in and they're like, oh yeah, so how are you doing there? I'm like, I'm doing well. And it's like, so is this your first time observing a high school? I was like, well, actually this is my first time in a high school. And they're like, oh, ha ha, thinking that this is my first time in a high school since I was in high school. I was like, no. Right. Like, I have literally never stepped foot in a high school until today. And they're like, wow. Oh, okay then. Well, thanks for being here, and don't get scared away. So that was always super fun to talk to people about that, because like that's not a thing that most people like realize that homeschoolers in some scenarios have never been into a public school ever. And yet they want to be teachers, and it's like, how are you going to do that? So it's just an interesting thing, because I've got friends that want to go into teaching as well that were homeschooled their entire life, and they're going to be great teachers. But it's just interesting to see that, and to see the expressions on their face where they're like, what? How have you never been to a public school? Like, what do you mean? It's just such a foreign concept. It's so funny.
Right. How was that? Because I was actually, if I do plan on getting married, I mean, when I do plan on getting married, I was thinking about actually putting my kids through homeschooling, because I have some friends who have kids that are homeschooled. And so how is that? How is that? 'Cause
I thought it was, for me, it was great, because when I was younger, I was always super curious about everything, and I'm still curious about everything, which is why I'm going into science, because I just want to learn about like the world and how it's made and stuff and things like that. But homeschooling, so what I did is my mom would sit down with me every day up until like halfway through middle school. And she would sit down with me, we would go over our lessons, and this is just elementary school, super rudimentary stuff, just like learning your multiplication tables, learning what a verb is, learning different things about history and rudimentary science and stuff like this. And then about halfway through middle school, I was on my own, pretty much. My mom would sit down at the beginning of the week and write down she had a little notebook that had a list of everything that I had to do that week. Like in science, read pages 23 through 34 this day, and then do questions 8 through 12. And then that would be my schoolwork. And if I had questions or if I didn't understand something, I would ask her about it. And then she would answer me as best she could. And so I would do that. I would sit down with my books, do all my math, do all my English, do all my science, history, and then I'd be done in like 2 hours. And then I would have the rest of the day to do whatever I wanted to do. So I had so much more time to just be a kid and learn through like my environment. I would go outside and I would build things. I would go play in the mud, and it was super fun. So I loved homeschooling. But for some people that need a lot of structure, or if they have, I don't know, I guess ADD maybe, and they can't focus and they need that school environment and all their peers to help them learn, then homeschooling might not be the best. Because for some people, like I have friends that wish they were public schooled because they couldn't work on their own. They weren't that self-motivated, so they would have needed that teacher to guide them and help them more, and to sit down with them and be there. But yeah, I loved homeschooling. So it's just you gotta figure out how, from a parent's perspective, if you're thinking about homeschooling, I would definitely try it out. If anything, you can just do that for preschool and kindergarten to see how they react to it. And something my mom did is she started me.
Charge my phone.
You all right?
Oh yeah, I just need to charge my phone.
Oh, gotcha. But my mom started me off a year early in school just because she wanted to. She's like, you know what? You can learn. Why not? So most people start kindergarten when they're 5 years old. I started when I was 4 and just stuck with it a year early, because if you're homeschooled, you can do that. So like one of my friends, Anthony, Creeper Sweeper, he was homeschooled as well, and he's been homeschooled his entire life. I don't think that's true. I think he went to private school for a few years. But anyway, in high school, he graduated a year early because he was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything this summer. I'm not working. So why don't I just get started with school?
Right.
So he finished his junior year, and then that summer he was like, you know what? I'm just going to learn everything for my senior year. And he graduated high school like 6 months early just because he did his homework when he just sat down and did all his schoolwork. So, and he's doing fine. I don't know if he's going to college. I think he is going to college, but I don't know where for what yet. But yeah, so that was just really interesting.
Wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
homeschooling definitely has lots of opportunities. And contrary to what some people think, you do make
Mm,
friends. It's crazy. It's whack. How do you make
right.
friends when you're homeschooled? But
Right.
people have legitimately asked me, they're like, okay, so did you have friends? And I was like, yes, I had friends. I wasn't one of those homeschoolers that lived on a farm in the country 2 hours away from civilization. Of course I had friends. So like two of my best friends, they were just people that lived on my street. They went to public school and stuff, but I would hang out with them after they were done with school, and we hung out and stuff like that up until probably when I was 9 years old. I went to a thing called a co-op, which is just it's pretty much school for homeschoolers 1 day a week, where we would learn, where we would have classes that wouldn't normally be taught by our parents. So like I learned chemistry in a co-op, and I did PE in a co-op, and I did uh like science, like the bio 101, where we would dissect things and different things like that. So that's where I met all my friends, and I made friends there. And then I got involved with a homeschool soccer league, which was so much fun. And I still go to the games sometimes when I'm in town and they're playing. And then I played baseball and I played basketball with this homeschool league. And that's something that not a lot of places have, but it was so phenomenal. Like, because
Okay.
I remember going on our first day, first game day, because we had met everyone on my team and things like that, and we knew one family, and they were already doing it, and that's kind of how we got into it, is they kind of pulled us along with them. And I remember going to our first game and just seeing 300 plus kids just there, and we were like, these are all homeschoolers, and they're like, yeah. And we're like, where did they come from? Like, I don't know. I didn't know all these people existed in the valley that were homeschoolers. It was super cool just to see how many
Right.
people actually did homeschooling. And so I had a phenomenal experience with it. And I would definitely do it again. Because it's
Okay.
my mom said that she had three main goals for me to whenever I graduated high school. She said she wanted to teach me how to study for tests and to do well on those, how to write, and that might have been it actually, just how to study and how to write well. And I definitely know how to do that, and I've done fine in college so far. We'll see if that continues with all my fun chemistry classes.
Oh, I already know chemistry. Have you taken organic chemistry yet?
I'm taking that next semester, yeah.
Oh man. I heard about that one. I seen the students who went in that class and came out of that class.
Mm-hmm.
That is
My
no
teacher was
joke.
telling me, I was talking to her, to one of my other professors, my advisor yesterday, and she was like, yeah, because I'm not doing so hot in inorganic chemistry right now, because that class is all conceptual, and it has very little math, which I'm great at math, no problem. But the conceptual stuff, like I'm not a creative person in that sense. I can't visualize things well, so I'm just not doing super hot in that class. And my teacher said, she's like, yeah, you're either gonna get your butt kicked in inorganic or you're gonna get your butt kicked in organic. So it's apparently inorganic is the one that's struggling for you. I'm like, well, that's good to know that it's like normal to want to hate yourself in this class.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind
For sure.
my teacher's great. I love going to the class and learning, but it's just it doesn't click, and it's like I don't know what to do. But yeah, it's gonna be a struggle because I graduated from my community college with my associate's degree. So I have my associate's degree in general science, and so now I'm working on my bachelor's. Well, if you get your associate's degree, one, my college that I'm going to has an agreement with all of the community colleges in my state, and it's like if you get your associates and you meet all these requirements, like you have a 3.0 GPA and you have this and this and this, then you automatically get accepted to this college, no questions asked. So I did that. So I got accepted to the college. We're all fine. I also have my gen eds complete, which so like I don't have to take any writing classes, I don't have to take any electives. But that's also a bad thing because now I don't have any buffer classes. I only have straight chemistry classes. So one semester I'm going to have like 3 labs and I'm just going to die. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Gen Ed complete. I don't have to take any of these other weird electives, but oh no, I only have chemistry classes. Those are gonna be something. And I was talking to my advisor, and I was like, maybe I just want to take another semester. She's like, I mean, you could do that. I was like, I kind of want to. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. I should do fine. I'm not super worried, but I gotta change my strategy some in that inorganic class.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
Chemistry majors, those who took chemistry and those who took nursing, they look the same. And seeing them down and not so happy from how tough the classes are or how strenuous the classes are. But I mean, I think you'll do fine, Scar. I think you're in the likeness of Albert Einstein. So. You're definitely gonna change the world. You and Jam Dog, man. So.
Yeah, dude, Jam, he's insane. Like, he knows so much about computers and software and hardware. I was like, how do you know this? Because when he helped me build my computer, he was 12. And I was like, that blows my mind. So one of my friends at college, he was like, hey, I know you built your computer. He's like, I want to build mine. I'm like, okay. So what's your budget? And he told me his budget, and I'm like, oh. So I messaged Jam, and I'm like, hey, Jam, there's this guy this my friend at college. He wants to build a computer. This is his budget, and go. And he came back. He sent me a message in 20 minutes. He's like, here's the PC I picked out for him. All the parts built, they're all compatible. And I'm like, what the crap? So I was talking to him about it, and he was like, I told him this a few days later. He was like, he was thinking more heavily about getting all these parts and where to get them and things like that. And I was like, yeah. So by the way, the guy that helped you build your computer is he's 14. And he was like, what? What do you mean he's 14? I'm like, yeah, he's 14. And he's like, I hate myself because he's a computer science major. He's 20, and he's like, ah. It was so funny when I told him that. But yeah, Jam's what a guy, what a dude.
Jam, if you're watching this, man, just know I'm a follower to whatever you're gonna do, man. You're gonna be great. Like when I notice, I can tell when somebody's gonna be great in life. From whatever they're doing at Jam, you're definitely the man. So if I'm not subscribed, I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube channel, man. Shout out to Jam. Go follow his YouTube channel, his Twitch. Bro's gonna change the world. So yeah.
Yeah, I hope I change the world. I wanna fix the world. We got a lot of problems, and I want to help with that. Like, I want to get more involved in environmental science, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but I want to take if I can squeeze in some sort of elective class for that, I'm totally gonna take it, because I want to learn more about just the problems in the world and how I can possibly fix them. And so yeah, that'll be fun. I'm excited to see how my path is laid out for me and how it's gonna go. I'm just kind of I'm gonna coast for a while, and then we'll see. It's like, all right, this is where I'm going. Let's do it. Always ready to try something new.
So quick question, Scar. Where are your goals for your YouTube channel? Because you have 2,000 subscribers, man, and once you get the ball rolling on YouTube, that money coming in, hitting the bank account, it starts to get easier and easier, man. And so what are your goals for YouTube? Are you going to?
Well, I want to keep doing it because it's always been a hobby, and I got big off of Pixelmon and factions, and I don't do that anymore, so I don't really get a whole lot of views. So I'm just kind of chilling with it. But Twitch, I've started picking up some steam on Twitch and actually making a solid amount of money. So I might, because right now I don't have any time. But over the summer, I might get more heavily into Twitch while I'm doing my internship, which I hope I'll get. I assume I'm gonna get it.
Get it?
I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
get it, bro.
I got it last year, but had to turn
Hmm.
them down because I got a better offer. So I
Hmm.
assume I'll get it again. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
great.
YouTube, I have made a solid amount on YouTube. I think I've made like $200 in total, which I mean, it's not a lot of money considering how long I've done it, but it's been a hobby, so I
That's
mean,
still good.
yeah. And I haven't made hardly any money recently just because I'm not getting any views, but
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. I want to continue doing it just because like my younger cousin, if you're watching this, you're an awesome guy. My younger cousin is like my biggest fan, and he at one point
Right.
he was sending me like fan mail, like legit
Yeah.
like mail it was like it was so cool. And he said that he and
Yeah.
his friends watch me all the time, and my uncle was saying that my cousin is like the cool kid of the group. So whatever he
Right.
does, his friends do. So like
Right.
his friends watch me. So I want to keep doing it because they enjoy it. And so
Right.
I want to try and promote that. Plus I learn more. Like I've learned video production, which has helped me
Right.
a lot in like in college projects. I don't know if if you've
Mhm.
seen any of the three I've done with that, but those turned out
Mhm.
super nicely, and they're super fun and really enjoyable to do. And now at my college, I'm involved with Crew, not the rowing team, CRU. It's Campus Crusades for Christ, I think is what it like the long term, but it's a Christian organization, and we just they have a large group on Thursdays, and they have smaller groups, and then we all get together and eat, and it's just a huge, just a great bunch of people. And I have only been there for less than or right probably right at 2 months, and I'm already involved with their media team, and I'm helping them make videos and do whatever they need me to do, and it's super fun. And I'm because it was like the second week I was there, they made an announcement like, hey, if you want to join media team, I need help with like I make videos for things, we post stuff on Instagram and just kind of promote the social part. And I was like, I know how to do videos.
Hmm.
So I came up to her after the meeting, and I was like, yeah, I know how to do videos. She's like, really? She's like, are you good at it? I was like, I mean, I'm okay. I'm pretty good. Um, but I showed her some of the stuff I've done, and she's like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Um, so it's a great skill to have, is just knowing how to produce videos. And also, there's this
Right.
guy that lives near me. He makes a thing called a racket, which is a super cool
Hmm.
product that he came up with, made himself, and it's a super amazing concept. So it's this little thing that sits on your belt that's it's kind of shaped like a almost like a rectangle, but there's a triangle cut out of the middle, and it's
Hmm.
shaped in such a way that you can sit it on your belt, you can screw it to the wall, put it in your car, but it's a way that you can um like rack your gun or cock your gun like a pistol
Hmm.
without if you physically can't do it otherwise. So like for women, if they can't rack their gun well because it's hard to do. It's hard for me to do. Um, they could have one of those and just it so it helps with self defense.
Right.
Or if you're a military uh a military veteran, and you lost your arm in a war, so you physically can't do it otherwise, you can do it one-handed,
Hmm.
so you just and it's a super cool concept. And so he hired me to make some videos for him. He filmed them, and he's like, all right, edit them together and see what you can do. And he's paid me a good amount for helping him, so that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, man. You know.
I've made into a super kind of small side job almost to bring in a little extra
So,
income.
if you blow up on Twitch or YouTube, would you go full time or not full time? But would you do that? Would that be something?
I would do it
You know.
if I start actually doing well and start making money. I would put more time into it. I wouldn't.
Hmm.
I don't think. I mean, doing YouTube full time, that sounds like a phenomenal thing. I just don't think it's a realistic thing for me. But if I do blow up somehow and start making more money, on Twitch or YouTube, I would definitely do it more just because of the income.
Right.
But I enjoy it. It's so much fun to do. I enjoy the production side of it. I enjoy filming. I enjoy planning. I enjoy all of it. So I would, yeah, I'd get into it more if I start getting more out of it. Because right now, I've almost hit a plateau with the knowledge I can learn from my video editing software. So I need a new one that can do more. But that takes a lot of time to learn a new video software, new editing software. And I've tried, but whew, I don't have that much time right now because that would take a long time to do. But yeah, so I love YouTube. It's fun. It's always been a hobby, and I'm gonna keep it a hobby because I enjoy it.
Yeah,
Plus, I think I think
sorry,
I'm interesting in my videos, like even my solo videos. Like I'm running through the game Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and it's one of my favorite games ever. And I feel like people would want to watch that. So why not post it? And if they don't, then well, I still enjoy playing the game myself. And it doesn't take me long to edit, so I just put it out and it's fun. But
right.
yeah.
I mean, you do have 2,000 subscribers, so you have 2,000 people that that's watching your videos on your channel and that look up to you, like fan mail. I didn't even think about that. Now I'm gonna apply that too.
It was super cool because yeah, I got it in the mail and I was like, what is this? And he in the letter he was like, you're awesome, you're like my favorite YouTuber. And I was like, that makes me so happy.
That feels so good.
It does feel good. And I've always said, like, if one person watches my videos, that's enough. Because that's honestly how many people watch my videos now. But I don't mind. People have like criticized me, like, oh, why are you still doing YouTube? You don't get any views. You have 2,000 subscribers and you get like 8 views on a video. That's awful. I'm like, yeah, that does suck. Like the viewer to subscriber ratio is awful, but I do it for fun. I've always done it for fun, so it makes me happy. So why wouldn't I continue doing it? So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's going on with me, man. I haven't been on YouTube for about 7 good months. It's not really benefiting me as much as I would want it to, but there's this one subscriber that reaches out to me like, yo, all right, man, your videos uplift me and keep me going. I get bullied, throughout school, and I watch your videos, man, and I can actually relax and feel happy and enjoy, the time that I have. And I was like, wow, man, like I didn't even think that, I would even make it to that point to where someone, I was I feel like I'm a small YouTuber, and I didn't realize the impact that I actually had on my subscribers. It was like, man, I look up to you, man. Keep going. Now, every couple of days or months, he's messaging me on Discord like, hey, man, when you gonna get back? But it's gonna be like that, Michael Jordan. You'll know when I'm back. I'm gonna just say I'm back, and I'm gonna show up. And things are gonna go. But I do plan on getting back into YouTube. It's just I have businesses that I'm trying to get up off the ground, but I do still have YouTube as one of them that I would like to do, because it's, you get to talk with people from way on the other side of the world that you would never have an opportunity to do if you didn't have YouTube. And I mean, hey, you get, it's so much that you can do with YouTube. You can market this, promote this, encourage people here, encourage people there, and and like you saying, the reason why I'm still doing YouTube, because I enjoy it. I have a passion for it. I think that's where most people get it twisted, because they get on YouTube like, man, I'm finna make a bunch of money and I'm finna get big. But hey, if you have that mindset, and whatever you do, you'll never achieve it. The goal is to take your mind off of what you desire and chase after something that's gonna uplift people, and the money's gonna follow. See, that's what I got from one of the billionaires and millionaires. They was telling me that don't chase the money, chase on the passion and help uplifting people, and the money's going to chase you down. So, applying some of those concepts and analogies to my life has really been beneficial. So, but yeah, man, I'm definitely planning on going back to YouTube. Just got to figure out what I want to do, because I don't want to do. So many people get caught up in a one niche type of channel and end up, the audience pushes them to, you know, to, that's all they want to see, and they get burnt out. I mean, Minecraft is the game. I don't know if you feel this way, Scar, but Minecraft has it. It feel like it's the amount of people that's watching, is playing, is going down and down day by day.
Well,
and
I mean, I think it is going down, but the player count is still huge. Just because it's
right.
it was such a monumental game when it came out, and there's still not a game like it. Like you can
Right.
bash on it all you want, but you can't hate on the success that it's had and just the impact that it's had. Because you've reached
Right.
people all over the world, and I don't know if it might be the most popular game ever, but because like I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was, because it's so phenomenal. And now they're coming
Right.
out with Hytale. Have you seen anything about Hytale?
Yes, I saw that video got over 2 million views, and
Mm-hmm.
that's just that game. I can't wait for that game.
I
That actually bring
thought
me
it
back to
was just gonna
Minecraft.
be a dumb spin-off, and I was like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm not gonna believe with all the hype. And I just watched the trailer like
yeah,
last week because Anthony was
right,
talking about it, and I was like,
right.
all right, fine, I'll watch it. And I watched it, and I was like,
Oh
oh,
my goodness.
this looks so much fun. Yeah, but that looks interesting.
Yeah, so I can't wait. When exactly did they say they're releasing Hightail?
I have no idea.
Exactly, because I haven't been keeping up with it
Yeah,
either.
no, I haven't either.
But okay, but so that's how some YouTubers. I don't want to get trapped in that I have to post this type of content. Like you were saying, you don't even play Pixelmon anymore, and all of a sudden, they're not watching your videos. I want to do something to where it's all of my different passions, because I want to do more than just play video games. I want to. Well, I'm not gonna reveal what exactly is in the process, but I want to do several things. I'll just share this. I want to turn my channel into like how Google is to us today. Everywhere you go, there's something that Google has its hand on, as far as phones. Let's see, FaceTime. Let's see, what else? Google has. I think Google made Alexa. I'm not quite sure, but Google has so many different products. They do. It's not Google. I mean, of course, they start off as a search engine, but they do so much more
Mm-hmm.
than just typing in www. So that's kind of the idea that I want to bring to my channel. I want it to where people come to my channel and sit back and watch it as if as if it's TV. It's just not one specific. If you enjoy basketball, you can come watch basketball here. If you enjoy video games, you can come watch video games here, and kind of have that community, all those different communities interacting as one. And watching other YouTubers, I'm seeing how YouTube gives the big YouTubers like community tabs, story tabs. So I don't know if you have that yet
Mm-hmm.
on your channel, but
I mean, I think I have. I know I have the community tab and community feature. I've used that. And
mm-hmm.
I get a fairly good amount of responses whenever I do a poll and stuff, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if I have the like that video story thing. I haven't looked at it because I haven't had anything to post on it really.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about. I don't know if I don't. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't have it since I have the community tab. I think
Right.
they go along with each
Right.
other. But
Right.
I don't know. But yeah, like that's a very interesting concept, and they have friends on YouTube now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think that was hard about it. They had that before. Now we got random people messaging me like, "Hey, I want to be a friend," and you add them. Then all they doing is spam you with links to, go and follow them on their Instagram page. I don't think that was a brilliant marketing strategy. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think so. How do you
Yeah,
feel about that, Scrum?
it's I mean, I don't think anyone's going to use it because YouTube has never been a social thing. YouTube has always been, I go on YouTube and I watch a video, not I go on YouTube to talk with my friends. Like that's you've got Discord, you've got Instagram, you've got Twitter, you've got billions of other things to talk with your friends on. You don't do it on YouTube. That's not a thing.
Right.
I guess some people might use it, but yeah. Although I do think the whole marketing YouTube as a thing you have to pay for kind of has been very interesting. So like Dude Perfect, for instance, they have a thing where you can join their channel. It's like subscribing to someone on Twitch.
Right.
I think it's $5 a month. And if you do that, you get special content. Like you get private live streams, you get private videos, you get I think the what they were advertising is you get an extra video a week. Like you get one video a week of just like behind the scenes stuff, and it's really interesting. But that's something that goes directly to them. Like it bypass, like YouTube doesn't get any of that money, I don't think. So it's just an extra way to support your favorite YouTube channels, and then that's a way that they can just give you more content for doing that and reward you for that. So it's just an interesting concept. So
I mean, I'm sorry, my mind went blank.
It's all right.
And plus I'm still staring at a black screen too, so
still the whole time.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I don't even know where, like I don't have a clue what I'm seeing. I have to actually watch the video to see what's going on. It's my fault. I'm using it on the phone. I didn't want to, use my laptop, but yeah, I was like, hey, I didn't know we could do this. Use it on the phone, but as far as the subscribe, because Twitch is taking away YouTube. I mean, Twitch is now. Is now a competitor towards YouTube. So if you
definitely.
If you don't constantly grow and evolve, you'll end up like Blockbuster. Have you ever heard of Blockbuster?
Oh yeah. It's watching the Captain Marvel trailer, you see the Blockbuster like building, and I always get a laugh out of that.
Right. And what took place with that story was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Netflix was trying to buy Blockbuster, or Blockbuster had an opportunity to buy Netflix, and Blockbuster, they denied the request, like, we don't need it. And, look at Netflix now. Netflix is one of the top, I don't know what particular category to put them in, streaming or
streaming video streaming.
Video streaming, and Blockbuster, there's probably less than 100 stores in the world today. Even I'm probably giving Blockbuster too much credit. It's probably less than 50 stores of Blockbuster in this world today, all because they did not choose to evolve. So YouTube, with Twitch, how YouTubers are having people, hey, go and check out my Twitch channel, and that concept is a really great concept. And so if I'm the YouTube CEO, I would like, let's add a join button. But it's getting to the point where it's like it's clogging. It's feeling too stuffy. I mean, YouTube has too many ways for people already to make money. They got the super chats, they got the paid videos. I don't know. I'm thinking YouTube just kind of needs to relax about that and take away that 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. I think that hurt a lot of small YouTubers, because of what Logan Paul did. I was not enjoying that, man. But that also separated those who were just chasing money for smaller YouTubers versus those who really had a passion. So I guess it worked out for those who are really passionate about YouTube and not really caring about the money. Because back then I was making a good little amount with just 431 subscribers. Then that hit me, was like, man, I don't even know how to feel anymore, because I'm putting 21 plus hours into my video. Like, I'm editing the video editing is taking like 8 hours and then adding all the other, special effects to it and titles and stuff. That took me. I have several videos that took me well over 16 hours to make. And it's like, man, I want to get paid for that. I'm not just making a video, to that extent to where I'm not getting paid for it. So, in a sense, it did hurt me as far as not having me wanting to, do YouTube anymore. But then again, it ignited something within me to say, hey, go after something. 1,000 subscribers is easy. If I would have continued on YouTube, I would have hit 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours in time. But like you were saying, it just wouldn't benefit me as much as I would like it to during that time. So, yeah, during that time.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, that's awesome, man. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So
YouTube is crazy.
Yeah, but that's if I would have never done YouTube, man, would have never met an awesome guy like you, man. I was like, man, Scar and I, we're like the oldest out of everybody in this Discord. You're like the so it's like, yeah, man, I got somebody that I can relate with, man. Instead of the big wide age gap. So yeah, man. That's
it's always weird when you think about how old the people are that you hang out with. Like, Jam, he's 14. I'm like, that's weird. It's like I'm like contemplating. It's like, am I a pedophile? What is, like, I don't know. I don't think I am. But when I went to the high school and was looking around, and the teacher was like, all right, just go and ask the kids what they're working on, because they were doing their independent little projects. And I was like, okay. So I just walked around and talked with them and like, hey, what you doing? What you working on? And then I would just have a conversation with them and laugh and make a joke, and I'd move on and ask another group, what are you working on? And I just would do my laps around the room, and it was super fun and I enjoyed it. But the other people in my internship, they went with me, were like, how can you talk to them so easily? I'm just like, they're just people. They're kids. They want to tell you what they're learning about. Just ask them questions. Like, yeah, but I feel like I would be bothering them. Like, do you see me? Do you think I'm bothering them? And I'm asking them questions and talking to them. They're like, well, no, but I don't know. You just feel so much more at ease with them all. Like, they're people. Go talk to them. They're high schoolers, for Pete's sake. They're not much older than you. They're not much younger than you are. Well, for them, they were a little bit younger. But for me, they were only like 2 years younger than I was.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Have any of them be like, or have any one of them ask you, about your YouTube channel? Has anybody
a few people
at school find out?
At college they've found out. Like, I've told them about it, and a few people have subscribed and watched a few of my videos, I think. But no, none of the high schoolers. I remember at the middle school I did an internship last semester. One of the guys was like, "Oh, dude, you got a YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, sick." So I think he and maybe a few of his friends checked me out. But
yeah. I don't know why YouTubers feel so awkward when other people find out about.
I know, it's like, yeah. The main thing that I feel awkward about is like, so what do you post on your YouTube channel? It's like, I do video games. Like, it's like, oh, what video games do you do? It's like, I play Star Wars Battlefront. I play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I play Black Ops 4, and I play Minecraft.
I know, Minecraft.
Yeah, it's like, I also want to tell people because I feel embarrassed, but at the same time, it's still a super fun game. It's like, why not? Why do I feel bad about this?
Right. Yeah, I used to feel that way as well, but then I just got over it. I was like, you know what? Sooner or later, people are going to find out. So I talked to my teacher. Like, I told my teacher, I was like, hey, he was like, yeah, man, I got my son watching your channel. So when you post, I post Minecraft. Like, I just went around my entire college. I think I saw a video of you, like, posting your YouTube channel at your school. And I went around my entire college saying, this is my channel. I play Minecraft and things like that. So I just got to the point where, like, I don't care anymore. This is the game. I love it. It's brilliant. Jeb, I think his name is Jeb.
Yep.
The owner, the creator. Like,
well, Notch created it.
Notch. There we go. Notch. Notch came with a brilliant idea that is blessed over millions and maybe even billions of people, you know, about this game. Like, Minecraft is the perfect game, I feel like. And, you know, my sister actually introduced me to Minecraft. I have 2 younger sisters, and she's about maybe probably like a year younger than I am. She's the reason why I've gotten into Minecraft and the video games like that. Cause she's the gamer. She has the Twitch channel and YouTube before I even thought about doing that. She introduced me to Minecraft. I was like, Minecraft? Well, I guess let me see what this game is about. And ever since then, man, I started off playing Hunger Games because I watched the movie, and I was like, Minecraft Hunger Games, and that's how my journey began. So, yeah, man, Minecraft is a great game, man. Do you plan on creating a video game one day, Scar?
Creating one? I don't think so. I think I've thought about it maybe at one point, but there's so much that goes into that, and I have no knowledge of any of it. If I created, quote unquote, a video game, it would just be the idea, and I would explain to people what I wanted, and they would make it for me. But that would be it.
Right.
Like, that's, I can even imagine how much goes into creating a video game or a movie or any of that stuff. It's just insane.
Well, I've thought about creating, not really thought about creating a video game, but that'll come later. But an app and maybe a movie, you know, not haven't gotten into the likeness of movie director mindset yet. But as far as creating an app, man, you know, they have several apps out here where you can create, like, you know, a simple game as Flappy Bird. Like, man, just think about it. That dude went viral over a game that you just tap and go through the Mario pipes. Make sure that the Mario pipes don't hit you. Like,
yep.
What kind of? And then what are those things they call spinners? Not spinners, that
fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners. Oh my goodness, that took over the world by storm, man. I'm seeing McDonald's fidget spinners. I'm seeing all kind of fidget spinners, ones that light up, that glow in the dark, and it's like all from that simple concept and idea. You know, he's made millions and possibly billions, you know, over that idea. So, yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. And you know, my screen is still black, but we'll work with it. So, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. All right, bro. Well, I think we're about to wrap it up. Unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
Nah, I was actually stalling, trying to figure out what else. But
all right. Well, I think we're gonna end it there. So, Neri, plug away.
Well, my name is Neri, and first of all, Scar, thank you for hosting me, man, on your podcast. It's an honor to talk with the guy who found my little small YouTube channel, man, and decided to invite me to a game or UHC that would change my life. So first of all, thank you for that honor, man. And, you know, you can check out my YouTube at or just type in Neriyahu. It's spelled Neriyahu. Be on the lookout for my project that's releasing March the 9th. And whatever you put your heart to, do it to the fullest and to the best of your ability, because you never know, others are watching you, people are counting on you, and don't let them down. So that's about it.
Sounds good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in another video. Bye!